Taking chances daily, man. You niggas all rap. Got 3 cell phones still.
Damn. I never think that Moses would be playing Larry June off his phone now.
I'm surprised he had one. I'm surprised he had one he liked.
Look,
bro.
let me just put this in perspective, okay? Larry June. Larry, if I can. I just want you to know, dog. There's never been any beef. What it is Dom Kennedy's better. This is all it is. You just gotta admit when somebody's better than you, that's what it is. It's okay.
He has his own flow, dog.
Fam,
Don't do
he
him like
literally, like, this is like the Soldier Boy. He copied my shit word for word, bar for bar, flow for flow, city for city, hat for hat.
I don't know. I feel like Dom Kennedy couldn't hop on and be like.
Oh, you
cap, bro.
When I come around,
Yeah, it's a different type of beat.
Fam,
it's more up
you forget the bars he was spinning in that song. I'm gonna have to play that. I'm gonna have to play that.
Which one?
I'm
not saying Dom Kennedy don't got bars.
Nah,
I'm just saying
Dom Kennedy walked, so Larry June couldn't even breathe air.
So he could fly, dog.
Let's just put it like that. No, he couldn't even breathe air until Dom Kennedy walked.
They're both from different areas.
Fam,
true.
What's the state they're from?
Larry from the Bay.
Exactly.
What state are they from?
Where you from? From the south side?
What state are they from?
Oh, facts.
Where you from?
What state they from?
Oh, where you from?
What state they from?
Oh, where you from?
What state they from?
Where you from?
I want to know where your grandma stayed. Where your dad stayed.
I was like, wait, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's California, right?
Matter of fact, get out the car.
That's what I thought. That's right. Anyways, that's the first and last time I'll ever play that shit. Now I see that that was the mistake that I made, right? Anyways, it's your boy Mo.
It's your boy Fabian.
It's your boy Nico. It's another episode of the Cactus Boys.
Exactly.
Welcome back.
Nico really wanted that, so I gave it to him.
Nah, low key, we're gonna work on it and we're gonna master it. Watch.
No, we're not.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so unorganized, like it's been for the last 28.
It's gonna
episodes.
come and go at the same time.
It's gonna just go. It's not even gonna come.
You never know what kind of intro you're gonna get with it.
Nah, never. That way.
No, you never know. Faye might fucking start the intro next.
Yo, that's when I know we're getting canceled.
Nah.
Our 75 followers or subscribers are gonna go to 1. And it's just gonna be.
If anything, our numbers would double.
Oh, it'll double. Yo. All right, look. If we get shut down next episode, I swear to God, I'm gonna bring this shit back up.
But we get a couple more followers because of it. Ooh, okay. So then we do
only two followers.
Yo, but they got to be real people. It can't be the fake bots.
They some bots.
It can't be like the bot that told us that the little fools need to go to the front and the big fools got to go to the back.
Dead.
That was a bot.
Shout out to that.
Did we ever confirm that was a bot?
Yo, all I know is that bot still doesn't follow, doesn't subscribe, doesn't do shit.
It's probably a Tia, dog, that doesn't know how to do half of that.
Fam, then why?
She probably looked up Los Cactus Boys.
Fam, she knows him. She knows him off the rip. Fam, she used your government name.
Because we say it all the time in the intro, dog.
She used your government name, fam.
Bro,
she used your first, your last, your second to last, and your last name.
Oh, yeah, no, she used my first. And then proceeded to call me Little Fool.
Yo.
That's what I was called.
That's fucked up how they just like disrespect you but try to big you up at the same time. It's like the most backhanded compliment she could have.
That's what I was gonna call it.
Yo, that's funny.
You take them.
Hey, fuck it. But
I mean, personally.
But if she ever met us, bro, we're all the little fools at the end of the night.
Damn you.
Yo, do you?
Anyway, so segueing out of that. So I don't know if y'all seen. So there's a clip. Do y'all watch? Well, I know you don't. Do you watch with Shannon Sharpe, Undisputed with Skip Bayless? Nah. Okay.
No.
Anyways, it's like a sports show. Doesn't matter. So.
Oh yeah, I got a life.
There was I'm sure you listen to Larry June. He must be the life of the party. Anyways, so they had a clip going around where Shannon Sharpe was talking to that guy, and basically he was trying to make like an analogy for whatever conversation they were having. And in the conversation, he was like, "I was with this girl, and they were together for however long, but she was going through a divorce at the time that they were together. So basically, he told her, look, I know like in order for us to move forward, you got to get past this thing." And he really thought that she was the one. So he's like, fuck it. I'll pay for the divorce, right? So he pays for it. They get past it. 8 months, they're gone. That's it. She broke up with him. She left him.
Damn.
So
Just ghosted him? Just ghosted him like that?
I don't know about ghosted because it's back in the day where, like, I mean, I guess technically it's easier to ghost, but the point is that he paid for this whole divorce because he really believed she was the one. So my question to you, Fabian, take your wife out of the equation right now.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, put her back in the equation real quick. Hold on. So let's say let's say Leslie's going through a divorce, and you and Leslie been together for, let's just say, a year. Let's go with that.
Mm-hmm. For a year?
For a year, everything's great. Yeah. Love her, can't get enough of her. But, and you despise the motherfucker that she's getting the divorce from. But you know there's a 50-50 shot. Even after you do this, you guys may or may not work out. Are you still gonna take that chance?
Honestly, if I wasn't being realistic, nah. Like, I would, if anything, if she was like showing up bills, like, oh, like, I need some money, can you slip me some money to, like, so I can like pay the fee to keep getting this divorce going, like, then I would help out that way. But I wouldn't pay the whole thing like outright like that. That sounds crazy to me. That's like, bro, why are you doing that? That's like a 50-50 chance, like you said. Like, bro, you willing to take that risk?
Did she ask him to pay for the whole thing?
Nah, he never said no. I think he initiated it. From when he presented the conversation, he initiated the whole idea. So I'm assuming she never really brought it up, but he knew, like, he's an athlete. He has millions of dollars. So to him, it's like, what is this, chump change to, get you past this shit, right? But again, at the same time, it's not like a divorce costs $10. A divorce costs, at the bare minimum, thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands.
He's like, if I pay this, we're gonna speed it up real quick.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn, bro.
You gonna do that for your shorty?
Would you do it?
Nah, bro, because at the end of the night, there's probably some trauma that's coming behind that afterwards.
But you've been together for a year, though.
So toxic ass year, dog. What the fuck?
No.
You got two guys?
What if the year is great? What if the year is amazing?
How's that year gonna be amazing and fucking you ended it within a year?
Nah, I'm saying you've been with her for a year. The divorce, like, she's been going through it pretty much the whole time that you guys have been together. So she's been done with homeboy. But divorces take forever because of legal reasons or whatever, right? So my thing is, like, if you've been together for a year and it's been great, no problems, she's been very upfront with you, she's been supportive, you love her, all that bullshit. Then you get to the point where it's like, damn, like, we really got to get past this because maybe you want to marry her one day. Maybe you guys want to do other stuff, and this keeps preventing her from being able to go on vacation or do whatever the fuck it is, right? And it's stressful because you talk to her about it, you see it on her face. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you really love this girl. Would you at least consider it, if not do it?
If I had the bread,
and if you had the bread, let's say money's not a problem.
Dang, if money's not a problem.
I mean, I put it like this: motherfuckers are paying for BBLs nowadays, so why not?
So you're comparing a BBL
to a divorce.
Well, I mean, we're paying for stupid shit. At the end of the night, those guys that paid for it, not even with them.
You think a BBL could almost cost the same as a divorce, though? Like, probably not.
No, fam. You could go to fucking Mexico and get a BBL for like $2,000. What are you talking about?
True. Ain't no BBL for like $2,000.
Yeah, if you get it done by some motherfucker in Mexico that he ain't qualified, but he does it anyway. You're just being cheap.
I think they're still charging between like 5 racks to 10 racks, bro.
I think you'd be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, bro. I mean,
I'm just saying, for me, it's like,
how much is this divorce? Like around 10K?
Nah, fam. You gotta think about it, fam. You gotta pay lawyer fees. You gotta pay court fees. You gotta pay, the legal documents, like, to actually get it signed. Yeah. That costs money too. So my thing is, like, depending on, how much stuff are you splitting? How much time is this gonna take? How many times do you gotta meet with your lawyers? How many times do we get it delayed? How many times, there's a lot of shit that factors into it. That's why divorces, I mean, I bet you if you look up on average, they probably take at least somewhere between 8 months to maybe 2 years. And that's the shitty end of the deal. Is like, technically, the more stuff you have together, probably the worse that it is to get fully separated. So my thing is like, you got to worry about alimony. You got to worry about if there's kids involved, which in this case, there was no kids, but it's like, there's a lot of shit you got to factor in. So for me, it's like, me personally, like, if I'm talking about like my girl, yeah, the way I feel about her, of course I would do it. And you live with whatever the results are. But my thing is like, I think it's just more about the fact that, like, when the clip came up, he talked about this like years ago. So then for the clip to come up now, it's kind of like he felt like that's kind of like some sucker shit that like y'all just want to do this because you want to shit on me or you want to make fun of me or whatever. Why didn't you put this clip up when I said it the first time years ago? And to me, it's kind of like it's more just because obviously like you look stupid. You literally paid for a divorce and it got you 8 more months. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you say that you would do it? You would pay for the divorce or no?
I would if it was my girl, the girl that I'm with now, Emily. If I'm with her and she's doing that, yeah, I would do it for her because that's how I feel about her. And I can understand that being in the moment, like that's what it is. If you really believe, you really think this girl's the one, you really believe that this is gonna be it, then what is paying a divorce if you think you're gonna spend the rest of your life with this girl?
I guess I can see that.
It's like
you're willing to take that risk.
Yeah, it's
take
like
that gamble.
It's like a blimp on the radar. If you look at the whole span of the time that you're gonna spend with this woman, and you love her that much, right? What is a divorce? What is the next 6 months gonna do?
I guess
compared to everything else.
I guess if you got the bread like that, I don't see why not, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, like if it ain't nothing like too big, too serious.
It's just now. Yeah, he looks stupid. He looks dumb now, but it's like in the moment, I understand. And obviously, the other thing too is like he didn't have to say that. He didn't have to say that on live television, but now everybody knows this shit. So,
damn. Okay, so now thinking about it, you said I love this girl, and this is the girl that I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life. Yeah, why not? You know, if I had the bread for it, yeah.
If you had the bread.
All right, now what if you're a girl? What if you?
But if she still has in contact with this guy while I'm going through the whole thing,
no, they don't.
That's like,
the only time they have to talk to each other is when they're doing the divorce shit.
Then I'm cool with it.
Now, let me ask you this. Y'all know what dirty macking is, right?
Nah.
Dirty macking is like, as an example, like let's say you got a friend and your friend knows that you really like this girl. So he likes that girl too, but he doesn't tell you. So when you're not around, he tries to tell that girl shit about you. So that way it makes you look bad and it makes him look better. That's an example of dirty macking.
Oh, okay.
That's some sucker shit.
Exactly.
That
So
is.
so in a sense, they were still married, right? Technically, by law.
Yeah.
What if homeboy was trying to make it work? What if he wasn't trying to get divorced? By him paying for the divorce, the other guy paying for the divorce, is that dirty macking?
No, because at the end of the night, I feel like the girl was making that decision and wanted to break up with that dude, you know? So, like,
I mean, she let her run for 8 more months, huh?
Yeah. But at the end of the night, it's like, if you really love someone, like, you're not going to put a guy through that whole situation. You're with another guy and you're over here married, you know?
I mean, you would think so.
But she wasn't married anymore.
I mean,
so
yeah,
it's
you're
like,
right. I mean, it's what do we live in now? You know, it's like everybody be doing some weird ass shit. But I don't know. If you believe in true love, I feel like you should marry the person you want to be with at the end of the night.
You should be willing to take a chance.
Yeah.
Like how you did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. But see, that wasn't no chance. I knew I was ready.
He said he was very calculated. He
Yeah,
spent the last 10 years of his life really analyzing.
calculated.
But then again,
Very
I feel
calculated.
like there's been a lot of like relationships nowadays that don't last. Like they're a lot better being single or not even married. Like paperwork, they last a lot longer than people get married nowadays and they start to get divorces for no reason.
Well, I think a lot of it is like, I think to me, like, especially like older generations. And I've heard this like a couple times. Like my thing is like a lot of people that are like my grandparents or like whoever, like not my grandparents, I should say, like people that are grandparents. To them, it's like when you get married, it doesn't matter what age it is. Like that's it. There's no going back. Like you, whatever it is that you
stick
sign
it
up
out
for,
with that person.
exactly. Like no matter what's going on, that's what it is. So my thing is like, you know, as an example, like, and my girl agrees with me. Like, I told her, like, when it comes to marriage and shit like that, like, there's steps to get to that. You have to move in with each other. You got to live with each other, and not just for like a little bit. I'm talking about for years. You have to really get to know that person. There's a difference between dating somebody and then being with that person. And to me, it's like, if I'm going to make this commitment to you, I got to know. And I think like nowadays it's even faster for people to like just get married, but they don't really take the time to really get to know that person.
No facts. No, yeah, bro. What I said is like, this is what I tell people. I was like, you got to see all sides of them, bro. Like you got to see them when they're mad, when they haven't ate, when they're on their period, you know, when they're at their worst, you know, and then like, especially when they come over to your house, like, do they clean up after themselves? Do they take the extra step to want to cook for you? Small shit like that. It's like, all right, then what kind of girl are you dating, you know?
Yeah.
And that same thing goes for us. It's like,
Or like, what kind of person are you dating in general? You know,
are you lazy? You know, like do you clean up after yourself? You
Like
know,
I just made that joke with you, but I mean that's the truth. Like you spent 10 years with the same person, you live with her. I mean, I would hope that anybody in this world, you know her best.
yeah, that's the person I would want to marry. Like, of course, like with time. And
Quick, what's your favorite color?
Huh?
Blue.
I know the answer. It's
Yo,
blue.
she just threw the
But
she was going to throw her phone. Yo, she was gonna fucking you up. Go ahead.
what was I gonna say?
He's like, he hesitated. He hesitated.
fucked them up.
He hesitated. He's like, oh, I mean, blue.
It is blue, but then I was like, is it a certain blue?
This,
but I was like, nah, it's blue.
God,
Dang.
is it true, Leslie? Damn. Oh, you so lucky.
On 10. I'm on point.
Auntie.
It's like, you get to keep your ring for another day.
Sick.
Anyways, but no, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that just plays a big role. And then on top of that, like, whoever you're with, like, you got to understand, like, especially the longer that you spend with each other, and especially, you know, you guys know this too, you got to be willing to grow with that person. A lot of times, I think people, when times get hard, and let's say you've been with a person for like 4 or 5 years, you know, and even if you're married or if you're not, like, sometimes people don't realize that as you get older, you change. And it's not so much, it doesn't mean that you change for the worse. It's just you grow differently. You see things differently. And your perception, the way that your mentality changes. Kids can change things. I seen it. I seen people,
Definitely.
there's people that I know in my life that they did it the right way. They got married first. They moved in, did all that shit. They had kids after when they were ready. And they still got divorced. So my thing is like, you know, there's a lot of factors that play into it. That at the end of the day, it's like, if you're committed and if you want to be there, then, you know, you should put in your effort. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, then it wasn't meant to be.
No facts.
But I just don't feel like people really want to see that through. As soon as things start become like, I don't really feel it no more.
They just want to run away.
Exactly. And
Like
I think
they don't want to stick out through like
Yeah.
the thick and thin.
yeah, and it's like nobody's perfect. Nobody has the perfect.
I know. I feel like we get.
relationship.
I feel like guys and girls get judged off like the internet now. It's like, oh, why can't you bring me roses? It's like, yo, how many times did you probably think this person brought this girl roses? You know, he happened to just put it on camera one day and just went viral.
Damn, I hate that shit
Yeah,
because
it's that like the highlight reel. That's what Instagram is.
damn,
Just
but
like,
the same motherfucker that does that could be cheating on that bitch the same day. What
Facts.
what difference
Facts.
does that make?
Facts.
facts. Do you think divorce is normalized? Not more so because like it's easy, but I guess that's a little bit of that, but more so like because people don't want to sacrifice their happiness anymore like that. Like, you know, like they put in the years already and they just like they don't see like a way that person's gonna change, so they're like, hey.
Oh no,
divorce.
if you're with somebody and they don't feel like doing their part to take it to, like, you have to acknowledge that if there's things that are wrong in your relationship, it takes two people. So it's not just, it should never be just one person feeling like they always got to fix it or it's always their fault, they got to do whatever. Like, nah, like everybody plays a role in everything. And my thing is like, it's hard for people to see that because some people can be stubborn, some people can be, you know, blinded by their feelings that you don't.
That's scary, bro. And it's like, fuck. It's like, what business is like you didn't do anything right, but you're just getting blamed for like a situation that so-called was your fault.
But that's when you got to stand up for yourself. And my thing
Like
is like,
gaslighting type shit.
Yeah.
in a sense, yeah. And I think for me, it's just like you have to take it for what it is. That sometimes if a person is not willing to work on themselves while they're with you, then that's probably not the person for you. And it sucks because I think a lot of times people stick around and they become miserable. They have resentment towards whoever they're with because they try to hold on to this idea that this is what this person was maybe in the beginning when they first started dating.
Or they're just stuck on the past of them as well. It's like, damn, this person's going to be like this forever. And, you know, they get in the first argument and it's like, damn, this person wasn't really who I thought it was at the end of it.
Yeah, and that can happen. But I think it's just like I said, like you would know better than me and him. It's like you guys change over time. You guys grow. Now you make a choice. Are we gonna grow together, or are we gonna just fight about the same shit, or are we not gonna try to understand each other, or am I not gonna try to see her perspective on things? You know, am I really being all the things that she's saying, or is she tripping? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely takes a certain kind of love to kind of want to withstand all the changes and grow with somebody, because it definitely does come down to that, like how deep is your love type shit, you know, like
Man,
like,
I want
you want to stick it through with this person because
I wonder who said that in this podcast before. But
Damn.
I'm just playing. Go ahead.
But not for real, it is like that though, because it's unconditional at the end of the day. You are willing to be with this person through the thick and thin to see them grow. And it's like, that's just what it's supposed to be about, a relationship anyways.
I think for me, it's like a relationship should always be like you're on the team, like you're on the same team. You should always want to support each other, uplift each other, and if one of y'all is down, you pick the other one up and you keep it going. And I think for me, it's just like, I think it's just.
But how do you try to get it across a person that's never had that before in their lives?
I think it's just, the thing is, for me, like, no matter what relationship you're in, it doesn't matter if it's like a friendship, relationship with your parents or a girlfriend or a boyfriend, like, love isn't enough. There's more that goes into nurturing a relationship. And I think sometimes, like you said, we get fooled by what we see on social media. We get fooled by what we see on TV, or we get fooled by our friends that we know. It's like, not everybody's relationship is going to work for you. You got to find what works for you and whoever that person is. And then that's how you work it out.
Exactly, at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, it's just you two. Y'all going to do it how you want to do it. Ain't nobody else going to figure out your relationship for you.
Oh, God.
How many times did this fool call me because she was beating his ass and he was like telling me, bro, I'm going to leave. I swear to God.
Domestic violence.
Look at you fucking laugh so hard. Yo. Hey, that's some truth and jokes, huh? Yo, like last week.
I never got beat first of all.
Last week she fucking had you in a chokehold. You was
I don't recall.
Yo, because you didn't take out that trash.
I plead the fifth.
Oh. Yo, you see, as soon as I said that, you were like, he flinched.
We made eye contact. She was like, don't say a word.
He said, I swear to God.
I think we just came out with some merch, bro.
Oh, yo, low key. Shit.
How deep is your love?
Yo. Copyrighted. Hey.
Cut it.
I'll tell you something right now. I swear to God, I'll fucking sue the shit out of you. I don't give a fuck who you are. Mom. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, I'm just playing. But no, segueing into it. Another thing I was going to ask you about. So somebody brought this up, and I thought it was a good point. I think, we have this perception, right, of like drugs and like, oh, like if you do crack, we just assume you're a bum, you must be fucking weird, all that other shit, right? My thing is, back in the day, crack was the thing. It was new. It was fresh. Hold on. Hear me out. Hold on. I'm going to go somewhere. Hold on. Wait. So back in the day, that when crack was new and it was the thing, people were doing it. And over time, because we gain knowledge and we understand more, now we know why crack is whack. No pun intended. But my thing is, like, weed had an era. Now weed isn't really cool anymore because the government monetized it. Now they make money off of it. So weed used to have like this allure that like, oh, if you smoke weed, you're a badass or whatever. Well, now it's like anybody can do it because it's legal. So now, what's it now? Now is pills. It's fentanyl. It's whatever the fuck it is, right?
That's like the hardcore stuff, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying is like this is the era that we're in now. It's Percocets, Xannies, whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
So then 20 years from now, your kids are gonna probably look at our era and be like, the fuck is wrong with these fucking pill people? Like, we're doing whatever. God knows what they're gonna be doing. But my thing is
like that's my worry, dog, is like, what are they gonna be doing versus what we're used to? Like, it's probably gonna be amped up like 10 times worse, or maybe
we're gonna be the old folks.
It'll be the reverse, where like we actually find something that's kind of stops like unpurified drugs, or like just drugs being laced with other drugs, you feel?
Well, yeah, but I mean, what I was gonna try to get to was like, so the eras change and the perception changes, right? So imagine you're in the 80s, and let's say you don't know shit about crack.
Well, 70s coke or 80s is coke?
A little bit of both. I think 70s is probably more coke.
Okay, yeah.
70s is also like kind of like shrooms, acid. Like, it was more like the trippy era. But anyways, so 80s, let's say like you don't know nothing about crack. You just know that that's the shit right now.
Yeah.
Do you feel like knowing yourselves the way you know yourselves, would y'all have tried it? And be honest.
Would I have tried crack?
At least try it. Now, I'm not saying you become addicted. You just try.
Well, we'll definitely come back after these news.
Are we talking?
I said, and we're back.
Oh, and we back. We are back.
What the fuck is that? Is that a whale? What is that? Do you hear that? Is that God? It's God talking. Yo, wait, I wasn't tripping, right? That wasn't just me.
You might have hit the
spring.
Yeah, watch, hit it.
Yo,
Damn.
I know that shit's kind of scary, Loki.
we resonating at a higher frequency.
I said, yo, we're in God mode now.
Is that what it was?
Yo, it's greatness on a different level.
My boss said God's plan.
Yo,
God's plan.
yo. Anyways, speaking of God, hey, you gotta answer the question, buddy.
What was the question again?
You gonna do crack?
Nah.
So you smoking that crack?
Well, your question was, would I do it back in the day?
Back in the day, let's say
If I
back
was
in the day,
80s, right?
yeah, back in the day, you don't know shit about crack. You don't know nothing. You just know that everybody doing it.
I feel like back in the day, if I grew up the way I grew up, I don't think I would have tried crack.
You such a
I think I
bitch.
would have
You
been.
such a bitch.
I would have been with a solid group of people that
You
would. Maybe
such-
I would have tried weed, smoke cigarettes, whatever. But I don't know. I don't think I would have.
You do that now. What do you mean?
I'm saying, dog.
Oh,
I would have been solid, dog. I would have been the same way.
In that case, sound the story when the first time we smoked weed.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, bitch. Go
Oh,
ahead.
true. Was that the
Together.
first time?
Well, together.
Together, true. I guess that was the first time. We was out walking my cousin's dog, and it was at some apartments he lived at, and this dude was out walking his dog too. This dude way older than us, so I think we were like what, like
15?
13, 14,
14?
something like that. Yeah, 13, 14. Dude is probably like 19, 20s, and he's just walking his dog. He's like, "Oh, do y'all?" I forgot how we started talking to him, but he was like, "Do y'all want to start like do y'all freestyle?" We're like, "Yeah." So he's like, "Y'all do
They
y'all
said,
wanna-"
yeah, I did it.
Oh yeah, yeah. We both said yeah, just to like see what would happen. And then he was like, "Do y'all want to come back to the apartment, start freestyling? I'll smoke you guys out." And then we're like, "Fuck it." They were like, "This man," Nico was like, "Nah, we should just go back." But me, I don't know why I was like, "Nah, let's go, let's go see what happens." And then boom, we just ended up at his apartment. We ended up trying to freestyle. That did not go well at all. But we ended up getting smoked out, and then his roommate came through though.
Hold on. Let him finish. Let him finish.
His roommate came through, bro. Walked in on that shit. I think he kind of like was like weirded out by it. He's like, "Yo, yeah, you got to stop bringing these kids around." Like so, if I remember correctly. But after that, we got killed. I think we got kicked out because they was like, "Nah, y'all gotta leave."
But he was teaching us how to hit it out of the bong.
Yeah, with some eyes. That was the first time.
There's so many things wrong with what you just said, and I think you should have just never told that story. But now it's too late.
It is. It's
I'm not
already out
editing.
there.
I'm not editing this out. Number one. To start off with, number one.
Y'all should have listened to me.
Number one.
We should have, dog.
Just to start out with, okay? You expect me to believe that you put yourself in this position and you were willing to do this, but you would not have been willing to do crack, knowing that you could have been raped. you were being put on the casting couch and you didn't even know. And on top of that, he only had you smoking out of a bong. What do you think he was gonna have you smoke out next?
I don't know. We got kicked
His,
out
his
before that happened.
dick. That's what. And then homie had to tell him in front of y'all, bro, you gotta start bringing these kids. Fam, what the fuck? He's like a weird minivan away from being like a full on predator.
I think he wasn't from the state. He was just trying to make friends. But yeah,
Fam,
he definitely got to choose his friends
He
more
was
wisely.
7 years older than you. You can't find friends.
Bro, that was that was a wild ass time for us. I don't know how we ended up in that situation, but
I can tell you how.
We was though.
You was dumb.
Yeah, we was though.
But you won't do crack. That's where you draw the line.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Anyways, I'm done with
I
you.
don't think I would've.
I'm done
I
with
still
you.
don't
I'm
think
done
I
with you.
would've.
I'm done with you, Fabian. Anyways, go Nico.
You know my answer from the story, dog.
You know what? When you say it, I believe you. When you say it, I don't believe you.
So you wouldn't do crack?
Hell no.
No. But I'm saying take your perception out of it though, because
No,
I think
I'm just not back in the day. I don't think I was just a curious kid about like drugs and shit. I didn't really care about none of that shit.
But look at you now.
Yeah. What? I don't even care for it, bro. And to be honest, it's like I've been laying off like smoking and drinking a lot lately too. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think we're ever influenced by like doing drugs and shit. At least me, myself, and I.
Except for the weed.
Bro, you're not helping us.
I know, huh? But we draw the line right there. That's it. Except
Okay.
You know what? I got
so
another story,
you
though.
think that curiosity for yourself? You think you would have tried it?
I think if I'm being honest,
Moses does fucking.
He would have done the crack. He would have hit.
Look. I'm not saying I would have done it. I'm not saying
Moses would have been a crackhead in the 70s.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is
He would have
this.
been like Pookie from New Jack, bro. Chris Rock, damn.
Hey, yo, I got these cheeseburgers, man.
I got these cheeseburgers.
I got these cheeseburgers, man.
fucking mayonnaise. Bro.
Yo, okay, no, real talk, real talk.
I'll suck your dick for
Yo,
the cheese.
that's not where I was going with it. Now I was going with it. So,
But you get the reference.
you could do. If you know, you know. My thing is this. At least I would at least have thought about it. Now, the two things that would have factored in for me is number one, who's the person that's presenting it to me? Number two, what happens when you do it?
Okay, let's say like it's your homie, your best home, like your home.
I'll tell you how like the first time
homie of 5 years, you know, since grade school. He's
Sure.
like, hey, bro, check this.
I'll tell you that, like the first time I ever smoked weed. So when I used to walk to, I used to have to walk from my middle school to my old elementary school because my dad would pick me and my sister up at the elementary school when she got out. So I would walk with my friend, and one of my friends, he lived like halfway through the walk. So we stopped over at his place because I forgot to tell my dad that I got out of school early. So we're over there, we're kicking it at his house where his brother used to slang. So we went into his brother's room for some reason, and he asked me if I wanted to smoke, and I'm like, sure. And he had pre-rolls, so he took one of them.
Damn, we had the pre-rolls before.
Yeah.
Dang.
So then he what do you call it? He had it all like in a nice box too. It was really
Ahead of his time.
It was really cool. So then he was like so like just like ADHD. I don't know why. But anyways, when we go outside in his backyard, and like literally, I shit you not, I took maybe 2 hits, if that, like 1.5, and I could not stop panicking. I kept coughing.
He was paranoid.
I was fucking, bro, I was in the bathroom. I kept putting like splashing water in my face. It was like a fucking Clearasil commercial.
You were having that fucking Ice Cube moment, bro?
Yeah, dead ass.
It was talk to you.
It was just like that. I was like, hold up, wait a minute, what? And then like what I was most afraid of was my eyes were red. So I was like, yo, like my dad's gonna pick me up like in 2 hours. I'm fucking scared. Like he's gonna smell it. He's gonna know. And then lo and behold, he never noticed. He never said anything. But I was just like, I just never forget that moment because I never been so like when I was on 10, like I was on 10. Like I cannot stop. Like,
So your answer is yes.
no. At the end of all that, no.
I think your answer would have been yes.
No,
dog.
I would have been curious. I'm not gonna lie. I would have been curious.
What if? So it was weed. So what if the weed was replaced with crack? What if you walked into his brother's room and he was like, "Hey, you trying to smoke?"
Wait,
And he pulled out some crack.
it's different because the thing about, like I said, it's about how you present it. So my thing is like with crack.
So if he came out with a nicer box, bro,
Fam.
crystal clear box,
Fam, you can't.
He's like, here, my boy.
There's no such thing as pre-roll crack. It's like the thing is that it's either gonna be in a needle or that shit's gonna be in the pipe. And my thing is like if I see him with the baking soda and the fucking, you know what I mean, the weight scale over there, I was like, fam, that don't look good. Like I'm 10 and I know that.
Moses in love with the cocoa.
No. So, like,
crack rock. He ended up with a crack rock. First of all,
yo, crack fiend. But I'm just saying, I feel like honestly, like I think people want to think of themselves as like, oh, I would never do that, right?
Yeah.
But I honestly believe it's like, yeah, y'all said that, but people said that shit about crack, and back in the 80s, clearly it became something. It was an epidemic, just like
thanks.
the pill epidemic, just like weed was a big thing. People were, you know, used to talk shit about people that would smoke weed, potheads, whatever.
Everything
like,
has its own time.
you know what I'm saying?
I
It's
feel you.
yeah.
lean,
But,
whatever. You know?
yeah, I think me
I
personally,
feel like
though,
that's still
it's
frowned
like-
upon. Still frowned upon though. Lean, like it's still not good to do lean.
No,
it's
but
just,
I'm-
it's just like you
but-
just it's just to look cool apparently.
But that's what I'm saying is like there was an era like, you know, in the 2000s and especially like in the South, you know, especially like if you're from like Texas or whatever, like
That's
there's
part of
a-
the culture though, huh?
yeah, a lot of the rappers like chopped and screwed, like all that shit, like that's what they would do. They would have lean. Remember fucking Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is a prime example. That motherfucker spilled his cup one time. Oh my cup, and then went to go grab it. It's like,
motherfuckers be taking care of that as like their baby, dog.
but I'm saying, imagine that the biggest rapper in the world at the time, and that's what he's on. Well, how many people do you think are influenced by that? You know what I'm saying? It's like that was a real thing. But now we look at it as like, that's
And
whatever.
even they say that like they kind of regret doing it. Nah, I feel like I seen somewhere that Wayne said he didn't.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I don't even know why I was doing that.
I tell you
and
what,
Gucci, and Gucci too. I think.
Isn't he still doing it?
Probably, but look how fucking shitty Lil Wayne looks for being barely over 40.
After
I'm just saying.
4 heart attacks.
You know what I'm saying?
2 deaths. He almost passed.
I mean, he looked like he's like almost 60.
Oh yeah, bro. I mean, that's just crazy. I don't know. I don't think I was always a curious kid on like shit like that. So I
think-
didn't really mind it.
True. I think it's crazy too that like now that you say that, I feel like drugs have been it's a maybe a little more okay to experiment with drugs because when you go out to parties, I guess like if you're part of that rave scene, I mean like they be doing like Molly, ecstasy, all that type of shit. I feel like
HP.
it's almost
Herbs.
like a normal thing to experiment with drugs
I
nowadays.
remember when like
huh?
Spice was a thing. Like motherfuckers used to sell that.
Yeah,
in my
but you
high
didn't
school in
smoke
the
that
back.
on purpose. You smoked that on accident, bro.
Nah. The
I
fun.
smoked that shit on accident.
You did?
That's how I always.
Did you know right away?
At
That's
that
how it
time, I
always
didn't know what the
happens.
fuck Spice was. I thought it was weed.
Fam, nah.
Because they were both green. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's do
Nah,
it.
but I smelled it because I remember when there was a lot of kids in my high school that used to sell that shit, and it would usually like they would go and sell it in the bathrooms. So I remember a couple of times like I would smell the difference. So I know what weed smelled like by that time. I went in there, you could tell that shit wasn't the same, and I was like, man, that shit ain't right. And then nobody broke it down for me. I just smelled it, and I knew right away. It's like, nah, that ain't it.
Same. I probably would have been like, nah, that ain't it. That ain't it, fam.
It's like this ain't even Reggie. This is below Reggie. This is Trevor.
Luckily, I ain't never had to
This is
experience
Richard.
that shit. I ain't never.
Hey, ain't nobody I know. Ain't nobody I trust. Well, did you want to talk about?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
You want to talk about it now? All right.
If you want.
I didn't want to start it, but
No,
I didn't want to be the one. Nah, I'm fucking
You could
joking. I'm
definitely
fucking
be-
no,
you
he
could
wanted.
definitely
He,
be the one.
he definitely was the one.
Nah, so basically, I was the one that thought about this. You know, he knows about it. I don't know if you guys really know, but like the last couple weeks have been it's been like a pretty hard time for me as far as just personal stuff that I'm going through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, normally we don't do this. Obviously, we don't have like really personal conversations just because we come here to just laugh and
Yeah, we try to keep it light on here.
yeah, exactly.
Nah, but we can always get serious. We can always
No,
get
I-
deep.
We gotta get deep though. We get deep.
Yeah, facts.
Pause. But we can get deep.
It's like I try to be serious and this motherfucker pulls me back out.
Pull me back.
He's like, God damn it. So my thing is, you know, what I wanted to do was, you know, obviously I wanted to let y'all go first because I mean I have a lot that I know I want to say, but basically I want to take the time to like really, because I feel like there's a lot of people in our lives that we don't really take the time to really, so to speak, like how people say, give them their flowers while they're here.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, there's a lot of times, you know, we go through life and, you know, you go through different shit and sometimes, you know, you feel like you don't really have anybody, but then you really realize who you have when you go through those hard times. And I feel like that's what makes or breaks, you know, friendships, relationships, whatever it would be. So,
Facts. I agree.
you know, I wanted to give you guys the floor first. You know, if there's anybody that y'all want to talk about or anybody that you wanted to shout out or anybody like that.
Is it like, does it have to be like one specific person or can it be like
Anybody,
multiple people?
anybody and
Anybody?
everybody you want to, man.
Oh,
Whoever-
okay. But I definitely want to give a shout out to, I don't know if she knows every day, but I definitely do appreciate all she does for me. My great wife over there. Now that I get to call her my wife. And I definitely want to shout out all the friends that I have, like, you know, you, my boy over here, all my close personal friends, they know who they are. Like, I want to shout them out because they definitely have been there for me in times when I needed it and have been there for important milestones in my life too. And, you know, I feel like not a lot of people get genuine friends like that. So I appreciate the fuck out of that like I have genuine friendships with all of y'all. And, you know, like that's cool to me. And definitely my family. I feel like we don't express it enough a whole lot, but I hope they know that like I appreciate them with everything I have, like from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate them to the fullest extent. And, you know, I hope they know that. And that's pretty much it. That's all the people I want to shout out. I hope they know every day that I appreciate them.
Damn, that's a lot of people.
Hella people. I can't name them.
I wasn't there. At
I
the
can't
wed-
name them
I
all.
was I wasn't there at the wedding, but I had an idea.
Hella people, dog. That was hella people.
Nah, shit, bro. I mean, besides me, myself, and I, starting from there, I want to appreciate myself and just keep y'all moving every single day in a positive way, you know, and just being able to shine the light to other people and always trying to give people like their flowers and making them smile, even if it's like the slightest thing, you know. But especially you guys, you know, just being motivated to show up here every Wednesday, you know, and wanted to pursued my goals as well as your guys' goals here, you know, trying to succeed in something.
Mm-hmm.
And then same, just all the close homies that I just talk to, you know, on a daily basis. But especially my mom and my sister, bro. I mean, they've been a big part of my life since I didn't really have a father figure. Like, they always been a big support of my
They've
in
been
my
day
life.
ones.
Yeah.
I can attest.
Definitely shout out to your moms. Your mom's
For real.
she's a very sweet lady. She's always very nice to me. Obviously, you know, I only known you for so long, but
Yeah.
anytime we used to record at the house, she's always very, very nice.
She always shows the most love. She's that that shows the most love to me.
Yeah, man. And as well, you guys should always give thanks to your guys' self, you know? It's like we tend to forget to love ourselves at the end of the night. So it's like sometimes you just got to big yourself up and give yourself that love, you know?
Facts.
It sounds whack as fuck to say, but honestly, sometimes you just got to big yourself up.
I agree with that. Not even whack. I feel like that's 100% relatable as fuck. You just gotta like be in your own corner.
Yeah. Be your own inspiration.
Exactly.
Pretty much. I don't even know how to really start this. What's been going on with me, not gonna go into great detail, but basically it's just been a lot of things that I didn't really realize in the moment what was going on, or at least I had an idea, but I didn't take it as seriously as I should have. And because of that, you know, I hurt certain people that, you know, obviously that I don't want to and I care for deeply. But, you know, going through this situation, like, you know, a lot of times me personally, like, I don't really talk to anybody about my problems. Whatever it is I'm going through, no matter who is with, I choose to keep it in-house because I feel like I'll deal with it myself. I don't like going to people because I don't want anybody's sympathy. I don't want anybody's like pity or anything like that. But at the same time, it's like, that's a very bad way to look at things.
Definitely.
And I think going through this, I realize that now. So like, you know, start out with like my sisters, like Jasmine, Sophia, you know, obviously like we're brother. I'm their older brother. You know, we don't have the greatest relationship, but you know, when I needed them, they came over one night, you know, because I really felt like I needed somebody to talk to about what I was going through. You know, they pulled up, and you know, I don't see them often, especially because we live our own lives. We're getting older, and you know, sometimes I think about it, and I wish I would have taken more time to really spend with them growing up, and you know, especially with Jasmine, you know, she's giving me the greatest gift that I could ever ask for, and that's my niece. And that little girl doesn't know this, but she changed mine and hers life forever. And you know, with Sophia, sometimes I wish I could be more involved in her life, but I feel like sometimes it's hard just because we're so far apart in age. So that's the part that I think I need to work around that. But regardless of that, you know, I want to say thank you guys for being there for me. Brianna, she's like a sister to me. We've been friends for years. I never forget what her family did for me and my family. Anytime that I needed something, she's always been there. She's always been great. She's always been loving. She's always been caring. You know, we've been through a lot. You know, I had her back. She's had mine. And to this day, I know that if I need to talk to somebody, if I need to go just hang out, if I just need to do something to get my mind off of things, she's always down to help. And she's part of the reason why me and you are even sitting on this couch right now, Fabian. So we should thank her for that.
Yeah, for
we're
real.
not sitting on the floor. We're sitting on this couch.
Hey, shout out to the homegirl Brianna for real.
Appreciate it.
So appreciate you,
I
Brianna.
appreciate
Thank
But
you.
I wish I had a chair too, you know?
What do you call it? I also want to thank my parents. You know, we don't have the greatest relationship, but, you know, my pops talk to me. My pops never talks to me about personal stuff. You know, my mom is there. She understands, and I could talk to her. And, you know, if there's things that I want to do for them, they're part of the reason why we had this conversation earlier before we started this, because, you know, I think about them a lot, and I want to give back, and I want them to know that all those ass whoopings, all those yellings, all that frustration, all that shit that they went through to get through my hard ass head to tell me the right things to do, I listened. I didn't just blow them off. I may not have shown them in the moment when I was being annoying when I was a teenager, but I get it now. So that's a big motivation for me. To my best friend Pedro, he he knows this better than I do. We're a lot alike. Me and him think a lot alike. We've only had one argument. Part of that was my fault. He knows that. And a big part of it actually is my fault. But no matter what, no matter what our friendship looks like, no matter how distant it may feel at times, I know that I can count on him. And he's seen me at my worst. I've seen him at his worst. Me and him go back to, he was chubby with spiky hair and glasses, and I had no hair whatsoever on my head or my face.
Dang,
skinny as fuck, nothing, just in middle school, fucking little ass kids doing God knows what. And here we are, and we've been friends for over 10 years, and it's one of the greatest friendships that I have, man. And I value it a lot, and I value you a lot. And Pedro, I love you, man. I appreciate you a lot. You guys help out a lot. Nico, when we hung out the other night, I know you didn't want to because you had, you were fresh out. You didn't even take a shower that day yet. Yeah. You were scratching your balls, so I knew for a fact you had no plans of going out. So I was just like, and obviously, like I really needed the help. I really needed the time to talk and just to clear my mind of things and just to go out and just have a drink and just talk to my homie and just let him know, like, hey, this is what it is, and things might look different for a little while, but this is where I'm at, and you heard me out, and obviously we have those life talks, and I appreciate you taking the time, even if it was just for a couple hours, just to hear me out, just to do everything, and you didn't have to do that. Like I said, I appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. Anytime. I mean, I'm here for all you guys. From you,
He really is.
From Faven to you, to Israel, to Leslie, to like anybody, any of my close friends, or even to the people on the pod. It's like I'm always at your listening. I'm even if we gotta hang out for like 2-3 hours, I'm cool with it. Mm-hmm. So I'm always here, always gonna be here for you guys, no matter the situation. Just shoot me that text, hey, I'll be there. You feel me?
Yeah, I knew that before.
Like, yeah,
real one.
But I think going through it and like this being the first time, it's like I really felt this. So like I said, I want to make sure I told you to your face while we're still here, while we're still healthy and we can still talk to each other. Like I said, I appreciate you. I don't take that stuff lightly. And I don't, like I said, like the way I see Pedro, he does the same thing for me. So, like I said, I just want to make sure I tell you I appreciate you for that.
Appreciate you, too. I take my friendship pretty seriously, bro, honestly. So, I'm glad that I'm capable to be part of your friendship.
I appreciate it.
Or in your life, too, Don't you forget that.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Last but not least, to my girl, how I am, the things that I've done. We've talked about it. I just want to tell you thank you for being with me, for being as loving as you are, for being the person that you are, for, putting up with me every day. You don't have to, but you do. I know that will make things easy sometimes, but I appreciate it. And everything I've ever told you, you know it. You know that I love you. I care about you deeply. And, I appreciate you a lot. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that supports this podcast, everybody that supports, everybody that's here, everybody that, always shows us love. Even if we don't know you like that, we appreciate it. It's not something that we take lightly. We talk about it amongst each other. That's why we want to do different things in the very near future. And, we want to make this be as big as possible. We want things to be not only good for us, but for you guys too. Because obviously without you guys, we don't have anything. Nobody. Who are we gonna tell all the fucking time? Like, follow, subscribe, all that shit. Like, and most of the time, most of the people that do it is people that it's our family, it's our friends, it's whoever really fucks with us. And like I said, we appreciate every single one. It doesn't matter if there's 10 or 100,000. We appreciate every single one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and shout out to the people that come up to me at like the randomest times and be like, "Yo, I appreciate your guys' pod. It's funny as shit."
Yeah.
Thank you all for like always showing that appreciation when I'm always out and about.
Hey, hell yeah. I'm glad that people show love too. We really do appreciate it for real. Like anybody who chimes in or who channels in, we just really appreciate all the love and support. Like just keep doing it, and we gonna make y'all proud for real.
We're definitely gonna be bringing better content to y'all. So in that case, we could just end the pod.
Damn. On a sad note, we want to end it on a good note.
Nah, I think that was a beautiful. I think that was a beautiful note.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said some beautiful words were said. I feel like
He spoke from the heart.
appreciation was shown.
Yeah.
Like, what more can you want?
Can I say F? Nah.